She is not just a woman. She is an ocean soft enough to cradle you, wild enough to drown you, deep enough to lose yourself in. The Pisces woman doesn't just feel. She absorbs. She moves through the world like water, flowing, adapting, reflecting. But beneath her quiet grace lies a current of ancient emotion, a storm she rarely shows. She doesn't walk through life. She drifts, she floats, she dreams. This is not a story about how others see her. This is about how she exists in layers and tides and phases the world never truly understands. These are the hidden phases of a Pisces woman's heart, ones even she doesn't speak of. Before the heartbreaks, before the disappointments, before the walls, there was a girl who believed in everything. She believed in love at first sight. She believed people meant what they said. She believed kindness always returned. The young Pisces woman was magic incarnate. She lived in a dream world of colors and feelings and stories that no one else could see. Her imagination was her escape, her comfort, her freedom. She spoke to the moon, danced with silence, and trusted that even broken people could love gently. But the world wasn't gentle with her. Still, those early days, they are her foundation. Her softness is not weakness, it is origin. The dreamer is still inside her, waiting, watching, hoping the world one day becomes soft enough for her to dream freely again. Most people mistake Pisces for fragile, but the ones who know her, they've seen her rage. She's the quiet storm, the silent defender, the woman who will drown herself in tears just to keep others dry. She doesn't raise her voice often, but when she does, it's fire through water. It's tidal waves made of heartbreak and hope. She protects the one she loves with a kind of loyalty that can't be taught. And when someone breaks her trust, she doesn't explode, she floods. People forget. Oceans can look calm while hiding tsunamis underneath. Pisces isn't all softness. She's also steel wrapped in silk. A guardian no one sees coming. To love as a Pisces is to illuminate others. She becomes a lighthouse when she falls in love, guiding, waiting, hoping, glowing even in the darkest nights. She doesn't just give love, she becomes it. Her heart morphs into safety for the one she chooses. But often that love is unreturned. Or worse, misunderstood. Still, she remains. She hopes. She believes. Pisces doesn't love halfway. She loves with poetry and silence, with presence and prayer. And when her love isn't honored, she doesn't stop shining. She just turns her light inward, becoming her own compass again. She learns to be the lighthouse for herself. You'll never fully know her. Not because she's hiding, but because she's made of so many layers, dreams, and emotional galaxies that your hands will never reach them all. Pisces escapes into fantasy not to run from reality, but to survive it. Her inner world is more vivid, more tender, more forgiving than anything she's found outside. She lives in her head. But that head is filled with symphonies, flashbacks, forevers, and futures. Sometimes she'll retreat. Not because she doesn't love you, but because the weight of everything becomes too loud. Let her go quiet. Let her drift. She always comes back with stories, with softness, with pieces of the universe only she could gather. There's a hidden exhaustion in a Pisces woman that most will never notice. It comes from feeling too much for too long, for people who never noticed, never cared, or never asked. Her empathy is her power, but also her pain. She becomes a sponge, soaking up the heartaches of others until she forgets her own voice. She'll cry for someone else's sadness. She'll carry wounds that aren't hers. And sometimes the person she's trying to save is the one draining her the most. But she stays. Because love to her is staying even when it hurts. Until one day she doesn't. Not because she stopped caring, but because she finally started caring for herself. Pisces knows how to hold others through their storms. But who holds her? She'll walk into someone's chaos and build a home out of their ruins. She'll give you her last light even if it leaves her in darkness. She is the healer who bandages others with her own torn soul. But what most never see is how much she bleeds underneath. Pisces doesn't ask for help. Not because she's prideful, but because she's so used to being the strong one, the giver, the safe place. But every healer needs healing. And when she finally turns inward and learns to pour that love into herself, she becomes unstoppable. She is no longer a martyr. She is a miracle. There comes a time when a Pisces woman becomes more than just a keeper of emotions. She becomes a mirror to everyone she encounters. Her soul is so absorbent, so empathetically tuned, that she starts reflecting back the emotions, desires, and even wounds of others. Not because she lacks her own identity, but because her compassion is that infinite. She listens in silence and understands what's unspoken. She sees into hearts like they're open books, and in return, others see themselves through her. Some feel healed. Some feel seen. And some, frightened by their own reflection, leave. But Pisces continues to mirror love, light, and sometimes even the pain no one wants to face. This is her hidden role. The unintentional healer. The dreamer who absorbs chaos and transforms it into understanding. She carries the emotional burden of the world like ocean tides carry moonlight, yet even mirrors can crack. And when that happens, Pisces must remember, she is not responsible for fixing everyone. Her purpose isn't to heal others at the cost of herself. So she learns to guard her reflection, to protect her peace, and to give her energy to those who don't shatter her with their carelessness. When she reflects her own love inward, she becomes unstoppable, a woman who has finally seen herself. Pisces doesn't let go in loud arguments or dramatic exits. She leaves silently, softly, like a tide receding under a moonless night. Her goodbyes are invisible to the world, but they echo in the hearts of those she once gave her soul to. You won't know it at first. She'll still smile. She'll still check in. But something in her eyes will change. A gentleness without attachment. A kindness that no longer seeks to be kept. That's how you know Pisces is slipping away. She doesn't want revenge. She doesn't want guilt. She only wants peace. And once she's decided that staying costs her that peace, she'll vanish from your world without slamming the door. Because Pisces doesn't destroy what hurt her. She simply disappears from it. And when she's gone, you'll feel it. Not in anger. Not in emptiness. But in the haunting absence of a love that was once whole, pure, and overflowing. Pisces doesn't just leave. She dissolves. And when you realize she's no longer there, emotionally, spiritually, you'll understand. Her silence was the loudest goodbye you've ever heard. There is no final phase for a Pisces woman, only tides, only cycles, only the constant dance between who she was, who she is, and who she is becoming. She is not meant to be understood at a glance. She is not someone to be possessed or figured out. She is an ocean with countless depths, and those who dare to dive in must be prepared to love her in layers. Her dreams, her grief, her laughter, her longing. They all flow like waves across her soul. She will always feel too much, love too deeply, and believe in magic even when the world offers none. And that is her power. Because in a world that teaches you to harden, to protect, to shut down, Pisces chooses softness. She chooses beauty. She chooses to feel. And in doing so, she becomes not just a woman of phases, but a masterpiece of emotion. A legend in still water. A dream in human form. Her ocean soul is not a storm to survive. It is a sanctuary to treasure.